Good day, Dash TV televiewers. Welcome to this first edition of Cameroon Today for the week. We are Nelly Lapa and Larissa Libom for presentation. Good afternoon, Larissa.
Bonjour Nelly Lapa, mesdames, messieurs, ravi de vous retrouver pour cette autre édition du 12h sur Dash Télévision. Tout de suite, le sommaire. L'absence d'acte de naissance prive d'éducation des milliers d'enfants au Cameroun. Face à cette situation, le gouvernement lance un appel à la mobilisation pour offrir à chaque enfant la chance de construire son avenir.
We shall equally talk sports during this edition of Cameroon Today. The intermediate Lions of Cameroon have been eliminated from the qualifiers of the 2025 African Nations Championship, losing 2-1 to the Central African Republic on Saturday. We shall take you back to the highlights of that match during this edition of the newscast. Stay with us.
Et nous mettons le cap sur la région du nord-ouest du pays. Nelly Lapa, on s'intéresse justement à ce budget, cette proposition de budget pour l'année 2024 dans cette partie du pays.
You said it right, Larissa Libom. The Northwest Regional Assembly has begun its budget session to adopt a proposed 5.6 billion budget for the 2025. This budget will shape the region's development priorities for the coming year, focusing on socio-economic transformation and, of course, cultural preservation. Patricia Ipupa has more details in this report.
The Northwest Regional Assembly in Cameroon has kicked off its December 2024 budget section, bringing together stakeholders from different sectors to address pressing regional issues. The section, which began on 28 December 2024, aims to adopt the proposed 5.6 billion francs CFA budget for 2025, which will shape the region's development priorities for the coming year. In his keynote address, Professor Fru Angafo, president of the Northwest Regional Assembly, emphasized the Assembly commitment to socio-economic transformation and cultural preservation. He highlighted the importance of the adaptation of the 2025 budget and the 4th annual celebration of Cultural January, a peace and development initiative that promotes cultural heritage and identity.
The 2025 budget represents more than numbers. It embodies our aspirations for a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient Northwest region. To arrive at this draft budget, members of the August Assembly consulted their constituencies, community-based organizations, civil societies, and following their needs and desires, their needs and desires were transformed to mature projects by state agents, state engineers. To make sure projects are distributed equitably across the region, notwithstanding the challenges of violence and inaccessibility of some areas.
The section also featured a speech by Adolphe Lele Lafri, governor of the Northwest region, who stressed on the need for vigilance and cooperation to ensure peace and security in the region. He commended the peace-building initiatives and humanistic programs implemented by the Northwest Region Assembly, which have promoted harmony, social cohesion, and employment in local communities. The 15th joint section of the Northwest Regional Assembly is expected to conclude on 31st December 2024 with a regional cultural festival and assistance to 600 vulnerable people in the region. The Assembly's effort will focus on assisting the needy, the elderly, the sick, and the internally displaced persons. As the section progresses, stakeholders will engage in discussions and deliberations to shape a brighter future for the Northwest region.
Patricia Ipupa there ending that report. Now, statistics in Cameroon show that more than 1 million children are still without birth certificates in the country. The government have thus decided to make it a priority to provide these children with birth certificates in the year 2025. Larissa.
Il faut dire que l'absence d'acte de naissance constitue un véritable frein à l'accès à l'éducation pour des milliers d'enfants camerounais. En 2024, on estimait déjà à plus d'1 million le nombre d'élèves du primaire dépourvus de ce document essentiel. Face à ce constat alarmant, le gouvernement camerounais, soutenu par la Banque mondiale, a lancé une vaste opération de régulation de l'état civil dans le cadre du programme d'appui à la réforme de l'éducation au Cameroun. Les précisions dans ce reportage.
Les chiffres parlent d'eux-mêmes. En 2024, une opération pilote ciblant 80 000 élèves en fin de cycle primaire a permis de délivrer un nombre significatif d'actes de naissance. Cette initiative a non seulement facilité l'inscription aux examens de fin d'année, mais a également permis de mieux cerner l'ampleur du phénomène. Le programme d'appui à la réforme de l'éducation au Cameroun, doté d'un budget annuel de 32 265 milliards de francs CFA en 2025, a alloué une part importante de cette opération. Cette ligne de crédit, bien que son montant exact n'ait pas été divulgué, témoigne de la volonté politique de résoudre ce problème. Les bénéfices de cette initiative sont multiples. Au-delà de l'accès à l'éducation, un acte de naissance est un droit fondamental qui permet à chaque individu d'être reconnu et de bénéficier de tous les services publics. De plus, la régularisation de l'état civil contribue à améliorer la qualité des données statistiques, essentielles pour la planification et l'évaluation des politiques publiques. Cependant, de nombreux défis persistent. Les zones rurales en particulier sont confrontées à des difficultés d'accès aux services administratifs, ce qui rend l'enregistrement des naissances plus complexe. Par ailleurs, les croyances traditionnelles et les pratiques culturelles peuvent constituer des freins à l'établissement des actes de naissance.
We now talk about mental health, especially in the workplace. Stress, pressure, and constraints are some of the many challenges which people face on a daily basis, especially at the workplace. If not well managed, these challenges can deal a serious blow on the mental health of a person. We have seen cases when people go depressed for years and others even commit suicide due to workplace pressure and stress. Dash TV took interest in this phenomenon and got in contact with an educational psychosociologist who points out ways to manage stress in the professional milieu. Watch. A battle with mental health challenges is the reality of many people nowadays, especially at the workplace. While some try as much as possible to manage theirs with the help of professionals and loved ones, others who do not have this opportunity break down, leading to depression and, in extreme cases, suicide. A good example is the case of Dieudonné Niemek, principal of Ngelemenduka Bilingual High School, found hanging from a rope last week. The professional milieu is already very stressful. When we look at it closely, we will discover that there are many factors which can frustrate people, and such frustrations can go far more than what we can imagine, to the point of destabilizing a person's mental health. The reasons which frustrate people are linked to their personal lives and the environment in which they work. So it is no surprise that at some point, a phenomenon such as this happens. Found not too far from his lifeless body was a handwritten letter. The deceased allegedly outlined the challenges faced in the course of exercising his work and a pending lawsuit against him in line with the burglary in his office, during which important materials meant for exam organization were stolen, were among the issues which pushed him to suicide. Challenges which a good number of people face at their workplace, either with colleagues, superiors, or the general work stress. Reasons why employers have been advised to get professionals coming once in a while to help employees manage such pressures and constraints in the workplace. Today, more companies are making arrangements for specialists to look into the mental health of workers to help them